Hey there, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a quick foundation review on two foundations that I tried recently and really fell into the category of like second skin foundations. Like not a lot of coverage, just really help to give the skin a little bit of color correction and give it a nice fresh finish. So especially because we're going into the warmer months, or for those of you that just don't like more of a heavy coverage foundation, I like a little bit of coverage, but I do appreciate the foundations that have much less coverage on days where my skin is really looking like its best and I just wanted, just want something light. Or I really these definitely give, like I said, that fresh face look, which can look really nice if you're just wearing very little makeup and maybe just like a cream blush and some lip color or lip gloss. So the two foundations I have are the Erborian BB Cream, which I've heard wonderful things about, and the Amorepacific Cushion Compact. So let's first talk about the Amorepacific. I have it in the shade 102. I believe it's the lightest shade that they make. So this is what it kind of looks like. The little top comes down and then it has a little cushion or a little sponge. I don't use the sponge. I like to use a brush and more like stipple it onto the little spongy cushion thing. Thing to know about this, not a lot of product comes out. I have the Lancome Cushion Compact. That is definitely, in my opinion, much more like of a makeup or a real kind of foundation, because I can get a lot of product out of the sponge, out of the cushion when I use my brush. This definitely, it doesn't have as much product that comes out with it. So it definitely doesn't give as much coverage as say the Lancome one does, but I was surprised because as I was applying it didn't really look like much, and then after about a minute or two things kind of began to settle down and it really began to kind of even my skin tone out, color correct, take away any redness. It is a little, like a hint too dark for me right now. It probably would be much better for me in the summertime. It really kind of falls into the category almost of other skincare based foundations or makeup products where they give that really second skin, or what I call the fused to the skin look, where the foundation literally is undetectable on the skin. Like today I'm wearing the Laura Mercier Smooth Finish Flawless Fluid, and it definitely is a foundation. Like you can see it on my skin. It's not cakey or anything, but it's much more apparent on my skin than when I wear something like this. This really kind of just disappears right into the skin. But if you are concerned with a little more of coverage, maybe like larger pores in certain areas, you can always take a concealer and just kind of, touch up in those areas. But the freshness of this that it looks on the skin is so beautiful. I did find that it did not oxidize throughout the day. But like I said, it's a little dark for me right now, but I think in the summertime it'll definitely work. I could still wear it right now. But it definitely, I could see it was a slight difference from my neck, but nothing like too significant. And it definitely just made my skin look very healthy. That's another thing about this one, is it made my skin look very healthy and fresh and radiant and kind of glowy. You do need, or I did, not you, you may not, I did need a setting powder with this. So that was definitely something to know about it. It is very dewy. It is not as dewy as the Erborian. I found that the Amorepacific was slightly less dewy than this one, but I still needed a setting powder, or you can use a mattifying primer. Just know that if you're oily, you will need kind of to touch up slightly throughout the day, but I have a feeling if you're more kind of normal to dry, something like this would probably look flawless on your skin. And because it just felt so nourishing on the skin. All right, moving on to the Erborian BB Cream. I have it in the shade Clair, C-L-A-I-R, which is their fairest shade. Now the only thing about this is they do come in, like, it's only 2 or 3 shades. So it's a little disappointing for that. And it says here, it gives like a baby skin effect. It has SPF 20, so this definitely could be used, I prefer to use more of like a 30 to 40 SPF, so I still wear SPF underneath this, but if you're more comfortable with an SPF 20, or you're just kind of like running out to run some errands and you wanted to kind of combine your sunscreen and your makeup in one, this would probably be a great product for that. And it It says that it gives a non-oily velvety finish. I found that it initially looked somewhat velvety, but it's not like, let's say, the NARS Velvet Matte Tint. It comes out much more emollient than that one. That one is like, you know, like a true, like that velvety matte kind of whipped texture. This comes out definitely more of a cream texture, and it definitely is much more emollient. So I found that from the start, my skin was definitely a little bit more dewy. Not super, super glowy, but definitely more dewy. But it really, when it says it has this like, baby skin effect, it really does. It, like I said, it has this kind of fresh face, just had a facial, your skin at its best kind of look on the face. But it won't give a ton of coverage. So if there's anywhere that you have maybe some pigmentation, or you want to build up a little more coverage, this really won't build up that much. And I would recommend going with a concealer in that area, or if you have a foundation that you like, just to kind of build up a little bit if you need more coverage. But it does a great job of kind of evening out my skin tone. It definitely did, and I used it all over, even like under the eyes. I still need to put a little bit of like brightness, a brightening concealer underneath my eyes, but like I said, really does give like a baby skin finish. It is a touch too dark for me right now. This is definitely something that I would wear more in the summertime, because it was almost like the Amorepacific, where it was definitely a little bit darker, and it doesn't go any lighter than this. So that was a little bit of a bummer. But I mean, I can definitely hold on to wear it in the summertime. But I did see a slight difference between kind of my face and my neck when I was wearing it now. But it definitely lasts all day, but you will need, anyone with oily skin will need, I'm like waving it around. Is that like distracting? Everyone getting distracted now, I'm waving it around. Sorry. You will definitely need a setting powder or like a mattifying primer, and you may need to touch up like once or twice throughout the day. I need to touch up less with the Amorepacific Cushion Compact than I did with the BB cream. I need to touch up a little bit more with this, but they both really give that kind of gorgeous, fresh face. Almost like the Allure magazine, when you see editorial magazines, when they do the makeup. It's never like the makeup that I see girls wearing every day. It's that like editorial, super fresh-faced, like makeup that only models can pull off. This is kind of that effect. Both of these really give that just kind of glowy, just had a facial baby skin. So that's the review on both, like I said, the Amorepacific Cushion Compact and the new Erborian BB Cream. I'd love to know if you guys tried either one of these and what you think, or you tried any similar cushion compacts or kind of Korean BB creams that you really love and would recommend. Leave me a comment below. Okay, and I will talk to you soon. Oh, and I will go ahead and swatch the two colors, and I'll put the link to my blog, and I'll have it swatched there so you can see just what the colors look like. Okay, talk to you later. Take care. Bye-bye.